First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll set up to throw. This one complete to Coates. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. With his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just
now,
said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway. But the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's 3rd down.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Mahomes firing complete. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Escaping the pressure right. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said,
a fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. It's a big play there for Miami. 55 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there, partner. I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Dolphins are pouring it on. And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 all. Ready? I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a 2nd defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Mahomes now to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st down, Lawton. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best 1st half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A Great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Dolphins extend their lead yet again.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So, roughing the pass. Passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From midfield, here's Mahomes.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
20! And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He finds his man complete. It's Walton.
And he will have a Chiefs first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Mahomes now on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Dancing to his left, and he wisely will throw that one away. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he comes back with one complete.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. A big play there. With another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
But this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And the Patriots have the lead in the final stages before halftime. The Patriots still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Next, we head north to Philly to check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. The Giants seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip that halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Out comes Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs offense. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mahomes going to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Well, the margin on that score. Scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
A good pickup. They're 26 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. 42 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Up the middle they go. Weaver, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff up the middle. Lawton, and he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And quickly they get to the line. On third down, Lawton, and he is going to have the Dolphins first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But at short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Yeah, good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
They'll run on first down. It's Watkins, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. On third down, Weaver, and he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a handoff, running off tackle right. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins just continue to roll. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
They'll run with Walton, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Lawton. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Weaver, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll set up a throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They run the counter.
Lawton, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Up the middle they go. Watkins, room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 104 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Lawton, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Up the middle they go. It's Weaver. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest. And they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. And out come the Chiefs now. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
Under pressure, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 43. That flag. Accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
51 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On first down, Lawton, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
19 Tiger.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in.
And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Lawton. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into the season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. We often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camp, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Dolphins, they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they run their mark to 15-0 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.